What ancient secrets did Vietnam's last cave-dwelling tribe hide from the world? Could their rituals and survival techniques hold the key to human resilience in a world that's rapidly forgetting its wild roots? Tonight, we journey into the limestone labyrinths of Phong Nha-Ke Bang, shadowed by the mist of ancient mountains, to uncover the enigmatic world of the Ruc People, a tribe whose very existence challenges everything we think we know about civilization, adaptation, and the boundaries of human consciousness. Imagine a place where sunlight barely touches the forest floor, where caves breathe secrets older than kingdoms, and where, until just decades ago, a people lived in a state of Stone Age isolation, unaware of the outside world, untouched by modernity, and guided by ancestral knowledge systems that blur the line between magic and survival. This is the story of the Ruc, Vietnam's last cave-dwelling tribe, whose survival adaptation data reads like a living fossil record of humanity's forgotten capacities. But what happens when modern humans encounter Stone Age consciousness? What ancient wisdom did the Ruc preserve in their caves? And could their rituals unlock hidden human potential? Stay with me as we unravel the anthropological anomalies, ritualistic symbiosis, and survival mysteries of the Ruc, a story that begins with a shocking discovery and spirals into questions that may awaken your soul. Let us begin with a pattern interrupt, a vision of 1959, deep in the forests of Quang Binh, Vietnam. A patrol team, moving silently through the undergrowth, stumbles upon a sight that defies belief. Small, agile figures, naked but for strips of tree bark, climbing trees with the ease of primates, disappearing into caves at the slightest sound. These are not the ghosts of the forest, but living descendants of a prehistoric world. The Ruc People, whose name, in the local dialect, means cave. Their genetic isolation coefficient was, until this moment, nearly absolute. Their cultural adaptation mechanisms, untainted by the outside world. For thousands of years, the Ruc had survived in the shadowed embrace of limestone mountains, living in caves, drinking from muddy springs, and relying on indigenous survival matrices so refined that they could thrive where others would perish in days. Ethnographic records reveal that their diet consisted of pounded rice, wild yams, and, most coveted of all, monkey meat, a delicacy so revered that local proverbs immortalize their savoring of it. Their bodies, lean and strong, wore no woven cloth. Instead, they fashioned garments from the bark of the antiar tree, a practice echoing the earliest forms of human clothing. But the Ruc survival was not merely physical. Their ancestral knowledge systems included shamanistic rituals and magical practices so secretive that even today, few outsiders have witnessed them. Could these lost rituals hold the key to human evolution? The Ruc elders speak of two mysterious forms of magic: the technique of blowing tight and blowing open, a spell-based method of family planning, and the technique of inhaling vapor, believed to protect against wild animals and even influence the behavior of tigers. Ethnologists who dared to observe these rituals reported phenomena so inexplicable, convulsions, sudden recoveries, and uncanny animal taming, that they left with more questions than answers. But why do these people possess abilities we've lost? What ancient secrets did they guard in their caves? And what happens when such a tribe is thrust into the modern world? Let's shift the lens. The Ruc, classified by linguists as part of the Chut group, are one of Vietnam's rarest pre-Viet Muong populations. Their language, small and unique, is a living relic of ancient migrations. Before their discovery, they had no family names, no written history, and no awareness of other tribes. Their social structure was fluid, their spiritual beliefs deeply animistic. They believed that upon death, the body returned to earth and stone, while the soul merged with the mountain and river deities, a worldview shaped by the relentless forces of the wilderness. What does it mean to live in such a state of ritualistic symbiosis with nature? For the Ruc, survival was not just a matter of hunting and gathering, but of reading the signs of the forest, appeasing the spirits, and maintaining a delicate balance with the unseen forces that governed life and death. Their funerary rites, for example, involved rapid burials, offerings of rice and chicken, and a series of ceremonies to ensure the spirit's safe passage, a complex interplay of community duty and spiritual necessity. Yet, as anthropological evidence shows, the Ruc's isolation was both a blessing and a curse. Their genetic isolation coefficient shielded them from outside diseases and cultural dilution, but it also left them vulnerable when contact finally came. In 1959, after months of gentle persuasion, 11 households, 34 individuals, reluctantly left their caves to settle in the Ruc Valley. The process of integration was fraught with cultural extinction probability, the risk that their unique identity would be swallowed by the tide of modernity. But the Ruc did not surrender their essence easily. Even after moving into state-provided houses, many longed for the caves, returning each harvest season to live as their ancestors had. Some elders, like the legendary Sao Chan and his wife, refused to abandon the caves entirely, maintaining a lifestyle that blurred the boundaries between past and present, wildness and civilization. Why do the Ruc cling to their ancestral ways? Could their ancient practices hold secrets to human resilience in a rapidly changing world? Let's interrupt the narrative with a revelation. In 2005, scientists identified a small animal hunted by the Ruc as the Laotian rock rat, a species thought extinct for 11 million years. This discovery not only stunned the scientific community, but also highlighted the depth of the Ruc's ecological knowledge, their ability to survive in conditions that would kill most modern humans within minutes. But how did the Ruc adapt so perfectly to their environment? Their survival techniques reveal a sophisticated understanding of ecological cycles, resource management, and communal labor. Swidden agriculture, slash and burn farming became central after their resettlement, but always with respect for the spirits of the land. They avoided cutting certain trees, believing them to be the abodes of powerful entities. Their agricultural cycles were timed not just to the seasons, but to the rhythms of the forest itself. Labor was organized through a system of mutual aid, with families assisting each other in clearing land, planting, and harvesting. Temporary huts were built near the fields, and traps set to protect crops from wild animals. Yet, despite these adaptations, rice yields remained low, a reminder of the challenges faced by a people transitioning from hunting and gathering to settled agriculture. But perhaps the most enigmatic aspect of Ruc culture lies in their magical practices. Ethnographic evidence and oral traditions suggest that certain elders could cast spells to prevent pregnancy, heal snake bites, or protect against wild beasts. One documented incident describes a researcher who, after falling behind during a ritual, collapsed in convulsions, only to recover instantly when the shaman recited a counter-incantation. What is the nature of this power? Is it a form of psychological suggestion, a survival adaptation encoded in ritual, or something science has yet to explain? The Ruc's belief in magic is not mere superstition. It is a survival strategy honed over millennia in a world where tigers, snakes, and disease lurked in every shadow. The ability to influence one's environment, whether through ritual or belief, could mean the difference between life and death. Their shamanistic leaders, once central to community health and protection, are now fading into memory, their secrets at risk of vanishing forever. As the Ruc integrate into modern society, their cultural adaptation mechanisms are being tested as never before. Government programs have brought electricity, schools, and clinics to their villages. Young Ruc now wear modern clothing, attend university, and aspire to teach the next generation. Yet, the pull of the ancestral ways remains strong. Each year, during harvest, families return to the caves, seeking the solace and power of their origins. What does the future hold for the Ruc? Will their unique survival matrices and ancestral knowledge systems endure? Or will they be lost to the relentless march of progress? The answer lies in the delicate balance between preservation and adaptation, a balance that echoes the Ruc's own relationship with the wild. Let's pause for a moment and consider what ancient wisdom could save modern civilization. In a world facing ecological crisis, loss of biodiversity, and the erosion of cultural diversity, the Ruc offer a living model of resilience, adaptability, and respect for the natural world. Their survival strategies, rooted in communal labor, ritualized respect for nature, and a deep sense of belonging, challenge us to rethink our own relationship with the planet. Could their rituals unlock hidden human potential? The Ruc's magical practices, while shrouded in secrecy, hint at capacities for healing, protection, and community cohesion that modern science is only beginning to explore. Their belief in the animacy of all things, their reverence for the spirits of mountain and river, and their mastery of survival in extreme conditions, all point to a form of consciousness that transcends the boundaries of the individual, weaving each person into the fabric of the land itself. Why do these people possess abilities we've lost? Perhaps because they never forgot what it means to be part of the wild, to listen to the whispers of the forest, to honor the spirits that dwell in stone and stream. Their genetic isolation coefficient may have preserved more than just their DNA. It may have safeguarded a way of seeing, being, and surviving that the rest of humanity desperately needs to remember. As we reach the end of our journey, let us return to the caves of Nha-Ke, where the Ruc story began. The limestone walls, etched with the memory of countless generations, still echo with the songs of the ancestors. The elders, keepers of the last secrets, sit in the half-light, their eyes reflecting the wisdom of ages. The children, running between modern houses and ancient caves, carry the hope of a future where the Ruc's heritage is not lost, but transformed, an offering to a world in search of meaning. What happens when modern humans encounter Stone Age consciousness? The answer is not assimilation, but dialogue, not extinction, but symbiosis. The Ruc remind us that survival is not just about technology or progress, but about connection to each other, to the land, and to the mysteries that lie just beyond the reach of reason. So as you leave this story, ask yourself, what ancient secrets lie hidden in your own ancestry? What rituals, what knowledge, what resilience waits to be rediscovered? The Ruc people, Vietnam's last cave dwellers, invite us to remember not just who we are, but who we might become if only we dare to listen to the wild within. Preserve the mystery, honor the ancestors, and never forget the keys to human survival may still be hidden in the shadowed caves of the world. And in the